well, the holiday season is now upon us. Brings a lot of stress, and then also to add to the stressfulness of that, it starts to get cold, at least where I live. It gets extremely cold. We've already had some insanely cold temperatures, but as you've heard me say, I'm going to try to maintain a mindset of warmer weather, warmer temperatures, and just tricking myself, if you will, into thinking that it's warmer. And here's one way that I'm going to do it. We have Declaration Grooming Shore. And again, when you hear shore, you obviously think of a beach or something like that. Kind of just bought this on a whim. I made a video not too long ago actually about how much, or a soap that I have really come to enjoy, and that's the Beach by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And I thought this might kind of be in the same wheelhouse as that. I mean, it's called Shore. It's not really, it's a bit different. I'm new to Declaration Grooming. This is the first Declaration Grooming that I purchased. First off, it's extremely soft soap. It's, I wouldn't even say a soap, it's a cream almost. It's pretty soft. You can kind of see it there. As far as the scent, it's a summer scent. It's kind of light. I get kind of fruity and almost like vanilla. Not like the Beach. It doesn't smell like suntan lotion, at least to me. It smells just kind of fruity, not masculine really, but also not feminine, kind of just in between. And but I do get a little bit of fruit and a little bit of kind of vanilla, and then outdoors. Just a nice, pleasant scent. So that's what I'll be using today to shave. Of course, I'll be using my Timeless bowl, my blue Timeless bowl. And since it is such a soft soap, and I don't need a stiff brush, I'm using my Badger brush to kind of bring that together. A pretty soft Badger knot from West Coast Shaving. But another really cool thing that I wanted to show here, I just bought a Rockwell 6S in red. And I splurged. It's pricey, at least for me, it is $100. But I've been doing quite well with my job and stuff, and so I just wanted to splurge on myself. And I had said to myself a long time ago, if it ever came back in stock in red, that I would pick that up. So so I did. I bought a Rockwell 6S. And then, yeah, I'm going to be using the matching Aftershave. The blade I'm using is an Astra green blade. But so without further ado, we'll send it down and you can see the lather and watch this come together in the bowl. So you can see I've got it pressed not so much like down on the bottom of the bowl, but more kind of on the side of the bowl over here. And then I've got some you can't really see there. Since this is such a soft soap, no need really to add water to splash on top and kind of start softening it up. I'm just going to take my brush and go ahead and get in there. And yeah, like I said, this is definitely the softest soap that I have that comes in a tub. Kind of the consistency of peanut butter, maybe. I hear the term crope a lot. I would just straight up say this is a cream because it is so soft. It could easily be in a tube. And because it's softer, that's why I'm using this Badger brush, because it doesn't need the stiffness of a boar. And I will add a little bit more water here. Splash that in there. Because it's so soft, it does kind of come together very quickly. I know with like Sterling's probably one of the harder soaps that I have, and I really have to work it for quite a while. Make sure I'm staying in frame here. Yeah, there we go. I like that. All right, that was quick. That was easy. So I've already done my pre-shave. I used an unscented glycerin soap on my face. I have a couple of days growth here. You can see that. I wanted to save shaving for a little bit so you can see the true performance of the 6S. Very light scent, or not light, medium scent I'd say on this this soap here, Shore by Declaration Grooming. So how's everybody been? Like I mentioned, the holiday season is fast approaching. It's already on us, really. And my wife is much smarter than me. She started with Christmas shopping, I would say back in September. And now she's pretty much done. I have not really even started. Now, I will say, she's done a lot of the shopping for me. Relatives and whatnot. Gifts from both of us. So, she's made my life at least a little bit easier. I mean, I'm a last minute type of guy. I typically wait till the last minute on most things, but I always get it done. Years ago, I was talking about procrastination with a friend of mine, and he was like, hey, you always get it done. You make it hard on yourself, but you get it done. Yeah, so, I mean, we only make it hard on ourselves, but as long as you do at least get your goal done, then who cares if you waited till the last minute. Now, if you're waiting till the last minute and not getting it done, then that's bad. But, so, I've got plate 2. What I like to do is a mild pass and then bump it up to a more aggressive pass. I'm going to use plate 5 here in a minute. So I'm going to go 2 first and then 5. Some people do aggressive first and then mild. That's just, that's what I like to do. Or they just stay with one plate. I found that this gets, most of the hair, smooths out my face a little bit, and then I can bump it up and get the rest with a more aggressive plate. Something kind of cool, I just got back from Vegas. I traveled to Vegas for work. Y'all ever been to Vegas? It's awesome. Everyone should go. Here's a shot of the Bellagio, the fountains at Bellagio. And lots of sights, of course, to see. A stayed at Caesar's Palace. It was for work, but it was still a lot of fun. I handled the tech end of like some seminars that we had, like, a big conference room full of people. One of the coolest things, I got to meet Joe Theismann. If y'all know who Joe Theismann, he played for the Washington football team way back in the 80s, and he is most famous for a broken leg. Lawrence Taylor of the Giants broke his leg, I think during a Monday Night Football game. But it's gruesome. But he was the keynote speaker because the conference was for physical therapists and physical rehab. So that was cool. Very nice guy. Super nice guy. As I shook his hand, I saw that Super Bowl ring. Pretty awesome. I think he won Super Bowl 16. So that is cool. Good to be home, though. I don't really enjoy travel that much. I like to drive. I would have loved to do a family road trip, but even driving gets old, but air travel is never fun. It's quick. I don't want to say convenient. It's a hassle. But, yeah. Good to be home with the family, though. I started watching a ton of YouTube videos on Christmas decoration. I can't wait to decorate the house. I'm going to be like Clark Griswold, putting decorations on our house. So there's that first pass, and that took down most of it. But if I bump it up to plate 5, that'll really dial it in. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are kind of my go-to. I'll switch out the plate. I'll keep talking while I do. I found that 1 is too mild, and 6 is too aggressive. Not too aggressive, it's just I prefer 5. So, I usually start with either 2 or 3, and then finish with either 4 or 5. And it was that quick, it was that easy. I've heard a lot of people say that I don't have time to switch out the plates. That took no time. So, yeah, DIY Christmas decorations. We decorated a little bit for Halloween, but I'm really excited to decorate for Christmas. We were gonna put our tree up here very soon, or in the house. We've gone back and forth over the years. I actually discussed this last year in a video, if you remember, real tree versus fake tree. We went with the fake tree again this year, which you can always, you know, leave it in the basement and get a real one if you want. But yeah, we needed a new, even fake trees wear out eventually. And the one we had was it was a pre-lit, none of the lights worked on it. So we put more lights on top of that. So it had like 2,000 lights on it, but only like half of them worked. It was pretty funny. What else? My mom just had knee replacement surgery. She's like doing physical therapy, rehabbing that. It's funny, when I was at that physical therapy rehab, we called it a summit, like a conference. I talked to him about like my shoulder, about my shoulder. 10 or 12 years ago, I tore my ACL. So we talked about ACL replacement. It's so painful. I watch football players and basketball players now, when they tear their ACL, I know immediately, oh yeah, that's a torn ACL. Hurts so bad. We've already had temperatures in the teens here in Wisconsin, but in Vegas, it was like sunny and 80 every day. Unfortunately, I was working the whole day. I worked from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I went out some at night, just to dinner and stuff. I used to go to Vegas a lot when I was in my 20s. Every other year or so, my buddies and I would go out there, and one of my best friends, he actually lives in Vegas, and right after college he moved to Vegas. I was best man in his wedding, and he was best man in my wedding. So it's always good to see him. He has a 6-year-old daughter. So funny. That was the hardest part. I was only in Vegas like 5 days. But being away from my wife and my 2 kids, I missed them. But what's great is you can do FaceTime now, on your phone every morning and every afternoon. I was FaceTiming. So I got to see them and they saw me. It was great. One thing I do like about this razor that I've noticed, it's forgiving, I guess you could say. There was no like learning curve, really. I say that and I'll probably nick myself and make myself look like a fool. But I feel like I could shave with my eyes closed with this thing. Yeah, I've been eyeing this razor for a long time. So there you go. 2 passes, quick. I'll hit these areas right here. Looking forward to the holiday season. You probably remember me talking last year how much I enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas. It makes the winter tolerable. Not a big New Year's guy. I don't feel like I have to change my whole life by making some big resolution on New Year's. All right, that was easy. Simple. The aftershave very closely matches the soap. Medium strength, maybe. Light to medium. Doesn't last all day. Kind of just you put it on and within a couple of hours it fades. It feels very good. As you put it on, like a lot of these higher end aftershaves, it's got like oils in it. So I always shake it up. But you can feel it kind of hydrating or nourishing your face, if you will. Start right here, put a couple spots here. And yeah, off the soap, I smell that vanilla a little bit more. Off the aftershave, I think I smell a little bit more fruit. Yeah. Non-mentholated. It comes with a little dropper bottle thing of menthol. You could add that if you want. But I typically don't like menthol. It's good. No burn at all. And I don't know if that's the razor or the aftershave, but good stuff. A very kind of light, summery or springy scent to get me through the harsh winter months soon to come. Anyways, that's all I've got. Book a trip out to Vegas. Go out to Vegas and give all your money to the casinos.